Welcome to I Didn't See That Coming with host Jeanette Jones.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking with all of you about compassion and about self-compassion because I really believe that we need to have more compassion in the world, and not just compassion for other people, but compassion for ourselves. And what I would like to do is, of course, you know what happens when you're trying to get something done and what you're looking for isn't there anymore? That's what just happened to me. Okay, so anyway. Well, I wanted to start with a quote by Ian McLaren. And the quote is that we should be kind because everyone we meet is fighting a hard battle. And this is something that I've come to be very aware of over the last 20 years or so. I often will see other people and will wonder about their lives. And I find that often I think that other people are having an easier time than me, or are not fighting some of the battles that I am fighting, which is true. But what I've come to learn is that everybody is fighting their own battle, whether it be a battle with health, whether it be a family battle, an educational battle, a battle with addiction, whatever the case may be, everybody is fighting some sort of battle, especially over this last year with the COVID-19 pandemic. People are fighting so many battles with mental health, with being isolated, with losing their jobs, with changes in education and having to learn how to educate our kids at home instead of having them at school. And I think that all of these reasons are why I wanted to talk about compassion. Compassion isn't just when you empathize or sympathize for somebody, for another person, for what's going on in their life. Compassion is more like a call to action. Compassion is when you feel the desire to help that person and you want to help improve their lives. So instead of just feeling bad for what that person is going through, compassion is when we really want to help them in some way. And I feel like we need to offer more compassion to those people around us, because if we are willing to help others, then certainly others may be willing to help us. So I feel a lot like the energy that we put out into the world is the energy that we will eventually receive from the world. Kind of like karma. I feel like when we're talking about compassion, the harder part of it is showing compassion to ourselves. And I can't help but wonder, why is it that it's so difficult for us to be compassionate to ourselves? When we make a mistake, do we tell ourselves, oh, it's okay, you just made a mistake? Or do we say, oh my gosh, I cannot believe we did that. That was the worst thing. It was the most horrible mistake. I can't believe I did that. I personally say the second group of things to myself more often than the first. However, I am working really hard on allowing myself to make mistakes and understanding that mistakes are made because we are all human and nobody is perfect. And I am learning to be more compassionate toward myself and my mistakes. And I make them daily. There are so many times with my son that he will do something that I will just be so angry about. And I will find myself just yelling at him and being like, what were you thinking? Why did you do that? And then I have to stop and think, he's just human. He makes mistakes. And I can't tell you as a parent how many times I find myself apologizing to him for the way I acted. It doesn't minimize what he did and the wrongness of it, but there's a different type of conversation that needs to be had besides the, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that. So showing compassion to ourselves is really, really important. And if we can just stop being so harsh and start being more gentle to ourselves. And I have recently, over this last week, been thinking about this subject a lot. And in fact, in my Clubhouse room this Wednesday, which was a few days ago at 10 a.m., we had a group in there and we were talking about compassion and self-compassion and why self-compassion is so important. And that's what made me decide to make this video. And I think it's possible that this will be how some of these short videos are made based on the conversations I have in my Clubhouse rooms. I think I will be sharing the results of some of those with you. So here's some advice. Instead of beating ourselves up about things, I think we need to start treating ourselves like we would treat our friends and those people that we love when they make mistakes. Because when our friends make a mistake, we often offer them support and sympathy and help them to feel better about their mistakes. We don't try to make them feel bad and say words that would hurt them more. So this is something that we need to do for ourselves. We need to treat ourselves like we would treat our friends. So there's an exercise in self-compassion that I want to talk about. And there are 3 steps. And these 3 steps are what I'm going to leave you with today. So the first thing is notice that you're suffering and sit within it for a minute. So whatever it is that's going on in your life, recognize it, identify it, and sit with it. Just allow yourself to process what's going on, to sit quietly and kind of take stock of it. Then the second thing is that you need to accept that pain and imperfection are a normal part of the human experience. So we first need to sit with it, and then we need to accept that what is going on is a part of our experience because you cannot change it. So it's kind of the accept those things that you cannot change. And then third, imagine how you would talk to a friend that's going through the same thing that you were going through. What would you say to that friend? How would you encourage that friend? Then you need to offer yourself that same support that you would offer your friend. You need to practice saying compassionate things to yourself. I think that a lot of people use affirmations in their lives. And I think that if we all practice using positive affirmations and saying compassionate things to ourselves, that we are going to find that it's easier on a daily basis when we make mistakes for ourselves to use those compassionate words with ourselves instead of those harsh ones. So I hope that whatever you guys are going through in your lives, whatever struggles, whatever battles you're fighting, that you will find it within yourself to be compassionate and to give yourself the support you would give someone else. And I know that we are all going through things. And if you guys would like, in the comments, give me an example of an affirmation. Because this is a new thing for me that I'm just exploring in my life. So if you have any ideas of positive affirmations or any ideas of how we can offer ourselves more compassion, please leave it in the comments. I would love to read your responses. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful rest of their day and holiday coming up. And I will be seeing you in my next video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my new videos.